when the horse runs off. Long ago, in a country where the mountains are among the world's loftiest, there lived an old farmer and his son. The boy spent his days attending to the work of the farm and their one horse, a beautiful white stallion. After years of careful training, the horse ran swifter and smoother than any other in the region. But one day, father and son awoke to find their cherished animal missing. The son was heartbroken. Neighbors gathered round the two and lamented their great loss. But the father gazed calmly past the villagers to the surrounding high peaks. "We shall see," he said. "We shall see if this is good or if this is bad." After a week, the magnificent horse returned, followed by an equally fine wild mare. Father and son soon tamed the new animal. This time, the neighbors praised the old man's remarkable luck. He was now the wealthiest man in town. He owned the two very best horses. But the farmer simply smiled and remarked, "Oh, of course I am pleased, but who knows if this is lucky or unlucky." And so it came to pass that one day, while racing their splendid horses across the field, the son fell off and broke both legs badly. While the boy's wounds were cleaned and splinted by the doctor, the villagers bemoaned the family's terrible misfortune. But the father, calm as ever, took comfort in his boy. "He is alive, that is all that counts," replied the old man. "His legs will heal in time. I cannot know if these injuries will turn out to be something good or something bad." The very next week, a battalion of soldiers marched into the village. A war to the north was underway, and all young men of fighting age were needed immediately. Mothers and fathers gathered their food and warm clothing for their boys. With sorrowful goodbyes, they reluctantly let their sons join the soldiers. But alas, there was one boy in the village left behind in his bed, for it was obvious his wounds would take many months to heal. The neighbors envied the farmer's good fortune. Of all the young men in town, his son was one of the only one not taken to war. The old farmer looked out across his fields at the two fine horses grazing. He looked at the lovely way the sun caught the tops of the jagged peaks in the distance, smiled, and said nothing at all. Too hot.